Welcome to Trails from Hell. I'm Mike Mendez. You know, when some wide-eyed 8-foot-tall maniac grabs your neck, taps the back of your favorite head up against the barroom wall, looks you crooked in the eye, and asks you if you paid your dues, you just stare that big sucker right back in the eye and remember what old Jack Burton says at a time like that. Have you paid your dues, Jack? Yes, sir, the check is in the mail. Of course, I'm quoting the great Jack Burton from one of the most quotable films of all time, the John Carpenter classic starring the legendary Kurt Russell in one of his greatest roles. So let's jump aboard the Pork Chop Express and head into the mystic night as we shake the pillars of heaven with some Big Trouble in Little China.
This is Jack Burton in the Pork Chop Express, and I'm talking to whoever's listening out there. It's a pretty amazing planet we live on here, and a man would have to be some kind of fool to think we're all alone in this universe.
Kurt Russell plays Jack Burton, a reasonable guy who is experiencing some very unreasonable things. His truck has been stolen, and worse yet, his best friend's fiancée has been kidnapped by a Chinese street gang. Jack and his friend, Wang Chi, are in for much more than they bargained for as they head into the underworld of San Francisco's Chinatown. Wang's fiancée, Mao Yin, has been kidnapped by the ancient demon sorcerer named David Lopan. He intends to marry her so he can break his 2,000-year-old curse of not having a physical body. Jack, Wang, and a group of other lovable misfits such as Egg Shen, a tour bus driver sorcerer's apprentice played by the late great Victor Wong, as well as Gracie Law, a tough attorney played by the lovely Kim Cattrall. The actions and laughs come fast and furious as Jack and company must face an army of kung fu warriors, ancient monsters, and evil sorcerers to save Miao Yin and stop this union of unholy matrimony. This is the fourth collaboration between director John Carpenter and Kurt Russell. Originally, the story was envisioned as a Western, but they decided to modernize it. The era may have changed, but the Western vibe is still there. So much so that Kurt Russell is actually doing a John Wayne impression of the character. There's so much to love in this movie. First off, its genre-defying storyline. Part Western, part fantasy, part monster movie, and part martial arts spectacular. All blend seamlessly in this firecracker of a film. One of the things that is most admirable about this movie is how it defies cliche character expectations. Jack Burton is not a hero. He's a blowhard idiot. Ultimately, he's really more of the sidekick, and his buddy Wang Chi is more the great fighter and hero of the film. Although the movie is now a beloved classic, it was a flop at the box office. I was lucky enough to see a screening of this movie with Kurt Russell in attendance. Shout out to Beyond Fest for making that amazing night happen. He said it was a joy to see it with a sold-out audience who got the jokes and appreciated the movie. The last time he saw it was when the movie came out. He saw it in the office of the studio head who didn't get the movie at all and didn't know how to promote it. This film was shot by the great cinematographer Dean Cundey and features amazing practical creature effects from the likes of Steve Johnson and Screaming Mad George, who create the supernatural denizens of the Chinese underworld. This film also features a lot of classic martial artists and character actors such as Jeff Amata, Ali Yong, and Gerald Ukamara, and many more. Also, the film's closing song is performed by John Carpenter himself with his band the Coupe de Villes, which also features vocals by the second unit director Tommy Lee Wallace and the original Michael Myers himself, Nick Castle. Also, random fun fact for you gamers out there, the God of Lightning in the film was the inspiration for Raiden in Mortal Kombat. So no horseshit, this is the finest martial arts fantasy adventure monster movie there is, so cheers to this movie and may the wings of liberty never lose a feather.
It's all in the reflexes.